back to Ravenclaw Reads. I'm Courtney and today you're joining me for a fun video where I'm comparing my two most portable e-readers. If you're new here, welcome. Check out the content on my channel to see if it's someplace you want to be regularly so you can subscribe to the channel. If you are returning, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you're subscribed, your notifications are turned on, and check out the memberships to see if you want to have some additional perks with being a part of our bookish community. So today I thought it would be fun to look at my two most portable e-readers and see which one is a good fit for you. I think they're both great, so it's not like which one is the best, it's which one is best for you. So today I am comparing the Kindle Basic with the Boox Palma 2. And the reason this came to me was because, you know, part of the appeal of an e-reader is portability, and there's so many different e-readers out there that sometimes we forget the whole point is to take them with us, right? And so when we think about the Scribe or even the Colorsoft with the nice screen, they're not always as portable. So you need something that's going to be durable, that kind of you can just throw in the bag and take with you. And it's not going to be too cumbersome to hold if you're out and about. I know lots of people use their e-readers when they're in line, like at the DMV or other places. Lots of people use them in the car pickup when you're just picking up your kid. That's what I do. I usually get to the school about 30 minutes early. I'm not a crazy pickup mom. Like, I don't get in the pickup line. I just sit in the parking lot. And it's my time to decompress. I use it as my lunch break for work. And while I'm waiting for my youngest to get out of school, I'm reading. And so I love having something that's on the go. But there's so many options out there. So I just want to talk about the two that I have and what could work for you. I am not including the purse Kindle in this conversation. I will link that video, but the purse Kindle was sort of a faddish idea where there was a cute little pink MP3 player that you could also use as an e-reader. I love that. I've talked about this before, but the issue I have with that is the battery life isn't that good, and it's hard for me to just like find time to charge it because only certain chargers work with it. And I don't know if it's a wattage thing or what, but if the watts are too high, it seems like it won't charge. So I'm not including that. Just talking about the Kindle and the Boox Palma. Now, for many people, they're stepping away from Amazon for a couple of reasons. If you're looking at more of a political end, people are stepping away from Amazon. If you're looking for like a value end, people are stepping away. So from the value side, one of the major issues that came up toward the end of February was that Amazon changed their rules on downloading books. And so when you purchase a book from the Kindle library, you're essentially borrowing the book even though you're paying for it. You don't own rights to it. You kind of have a license to read it. And due to this, Amazon can take the book from you, alter the book, change wording and language at their will, because they own the book. And so the other thing people could do prior to this rule was just downloading a copy of the book and moving it to different e-readers, and Amazon has taken that completely away. I've seen a lot of people going to Kobo or going to Boox because they want more autonomy with the books that they buy. I have so many Kindle e-readers that I'm not super bothered by the downloading part. If you have Prime Video, you know that Amazon does the same thing with Prime Video. Not that it's right, but I'm used to having a movie that I purchased and then it's just gone. I don't love it, but I know that's what they do. And so I never raced to download all of my books. It is what it is. But if you don't want to use Kindles because of Amazon, you have some other options. So let's talk first, though, about the Kindle Basic. So I have the Kindle Basic here in this beautiful matcha color. This retails for $109 on Amazon, and oftentimes you can find a ton of deals on it. This has a 6-inch screen, so it's your smaller screen. It's all e-ink, right? So you're not getting a whole bunch of color or any color. You're just getting that e-ink display. And it has essentially everything you need, except there's no warmth on this. So this does have a brightness and front light that can make your screen brighter. But if you are in bed at night or you just like to turn down this brightness and have a warming light, it does not have that function. And that's the biggest difference between the basic and the Paperwhite. So some people opt to have the Paperwhite instead of the basic because of that feature. I personally don't use a warm light. I don't like the orangey tint of the warm light, so I don't use it. If I'm in bed and I'm reading, I just turn down the brightness and it gets pretty dark, so you don't need to worry about it bothering somebody if you're sleeping in the same room or if you're just hurting your eyes before bed. One of the things that Kindles are known for are their battery life. So if you are reading pretty regularly on your Kindle, you probably only need to charge it once or twice every couple of weeks. I've noticed that the basic that I have doesn't necessarily charge up to 100%. It always charges up to 98 or 99%, no matter how long I set it on there. But if I'm reading a book from front to end on this, I'm using about 20% battery over a few days. So it is generally a good lifespan on the battery. I feel like we've had better batteries when the Kindles first came out. Okay, so the Kindle Basic is pretty comparable to the Paperwhite. When I think about what I would have purchased from the beginning, I think you really only need a Paperwhite if you're gonna go the Kindle route. Reading some facts here, both the Paperwhite and the Basic have that front built-in light. They both can play Audible books, and they both have the same PPI resolution. And so if you think about the usage and how you might use it, they're pretty similar. You can listen to audio through a Bluetooth on here. You'll need to hook up Bluetooth speakers to this, and so it's really cool that it does have Bluetooth capability. And if you get a book from Kindle Limited that has the audio connected, they will sync and you can sort of listen along while you read, which is a really cool feature. The good thing about the Basic and the Paperwhite, even though I'm not really talking about the Paperwhite this time, is that they have a low or no glare on the screen, which means it's perfect for outside reading. And again, we're talking about portability, right? It's going to get warm outside. We're going to take our readers out while we're watching kids at the park, or we're just taking a walk, or we're sitting in a park. And so you want to be able to access a nice screen in the sunlight, and you can definitely do that with the Kindle. The build on this is pretty light, right? So it is built out of plastic. This is my decorations. And so it feels and sounds like plastic. It's very lightweight. And while it's solid, I don't think you could break it at all. It's very light plastic. So it doesn't feel cheap necessarily, but it's definitely not high end. And then of course you have access to all of your books that you want to the library, and it's very compact. So when we think about all of the Kindle lineup between the Basic, Paperwhite, Colorsoft, Scribe, and anything in between, this is your most compact and most portable, which is what we're talking about today. Now, if you've decided Amazon's no longer for you, or you just have never been an Amazon girl, you can head over to Boox. So if you are a subscriber, you've been on the channel before, you know that I had the Boox Color Go 7, which is a 7-inch tablet e-reading or tablet device. And on that device, I ended up sending it back because the colors were not what I was looking for, but I did still want the Boox platform, and this is the reason why. If you have Boox, or I think even Big Me, you have an Android-based system, and that operating system is going to allow you to have lots of things downloaded. So when I talk about Android, that means you're getting access to the Google Play Store. And in the Google Play Store, you can download Kobo, you can download Kindle, you can download Libby, Audible, your whatever reading app that you want, you can have in one place. Now that really appealed to me because I do have books in Kobo and on Kindle, and I'm really not going to carry both of those around with me, especially if I'm in the middle of a couple of books. I can bring one device and get access to both platforms, so that is huge. So here is my Boox Palma 2. I love her. She is so cute, and she is portable for me in my bag on the go, which sometimes stinks because I forget to use it at home, but you can see it's very thin. This comes in black or white, And you have these metal buttons for volume control, locking, power. And this has a, is that a SIM card reader there that you could put in. And both of these charge with USB-C, so that's amazing. Like, we're all using USB-C right now. But one of the things that's appealing about the Boox is it's about the same size as your phone. So here's my phone. And you can see they're literally about the same size. So you're not going to have something that's overbearing, and it's a size you're probably comfortable with. Now, I saw somebody yesterday make a comment on a Facebook post because somebody had a Boox Palma and was excited to use it and was like, well, what's the difference between having your Boox Palma and your phone? In my opinion, I think there's a huge difference because one, you don't have any blue light with this device. Two, you have so little distractions. I don't have this set up to anything with a phone number, so I'm not getting text messages. I don't really have the internet set up on here, like to actively go to it. Yes, you can, but you'd have to like actively be going on there for something. And when I'm out and about, I'm not connecting it to Wi-Fi. I've downloaded the book that I want to read at that moment. So I think there's a place for this along with your phone. Okay, so the Boox Palma 2 has about a 6.13 inch screen, so just slightly bigger than your basic Kindle. And this one also has the dual tone front light. It's kind of hard to see. I'll turn it up a bit. Turn my brightness up a bit. There we go. So that you could see how bright it gets, and it's pretty substantial. It also has warming on it, so if you wanted to warm up your colors for night, you can, and that's that sort of orangey color that I do not like, so I never turn that on, but you could if you wanted to. There's a good amount of storage on here. It's 128 gigs. I want to say this is 32 gigs, but I will put down below if I'm wrong. And then it also has the 300 PPI. There is a micro SD card slot, so not a SIM, micro SD card. And then this one has a camera. I don't know how many times you're going to be taking pictures with your Boox Palma, but if you needed to, you could. And then there is a fingerprint sensor with the power button. I have not set that up yet because I don't feel a need to lock it in that way, but you could if you wanted to. And then again, you can still listen to audiobooks on this. I have Audible linked on to here as one of my apps. But then I also have Kobo and Kindle on here. So like I said, you can get to everything that you want, including Libby, which I think is really great. This one is pretty lightweight as well, and it just has a better build. It feels more sturdy in hand. It just feels like it's better quality and better made. So it's still a plastic back. You have some edging on the back here that makes it a little bit rough so that you can hold it, I guess, better. But you can see in my hand, it is a perfect size just to scroll through. It's a little tall if you have smaller hands, but nothing to complain about. You can create your own home screen by finding a picture on Pinterest or something, and that's really cool. On the basic, you can take off the ads for $20 and you'll have your book there, or you can leave the ads, either way. And so this one is a bit more versatile. I will say one downfall is that the battery life on the Boox Palma is not ideal. Like I said, I usually keep it in my purse. However, in the purse, I'm losing 8 to 10% per day, and that just feels like a lot. So let's talk about the major differences between these two devices. I think they're very similar in the sense that they are portable. However, we have the Kindle Basic being a bit lighter than the Palma. You have the Palma being more narrow and phone-like versus the Kindle. You have access to a whole different platform because this has its own Android-based operating system, so you can download certain apps, and that is not possible here. But I think the major difference is going to be price when you're thinking about these devices. They also have a ton of similarities. So if you pick one over the other, you're not essentially missing something unless you want multiple reading-based apps on one device. Then you definitely want to go to the Palma. But the Boox Palma starts at $279 and the basic starts at $109. I think it's a no-brainer if you are looking for the best bargain, which one you want to get. I think that $109 for an e-reader is such a good price, especially when these go on sale all the time. When I got this in December, I believe I paid either $89 or $99, and it's totally worth it because although you might see people in the booktube world or on TikTok with a ton of devices, you do not need to upgrade your device every year, right? You can use your Kindle for 7, 8, 9, 10 years before needing to upgrade it. And so if I can spend $89 on this when it's on sale and it lasts for that long, I feel like it's a win. For the Palma, $279 feels excessive. The other device that's $279 is the Color Soft, right? And you're getting a totally different gamut of features. And that's also the same price as the Oasis, which has a different build, had buttons, and so $279 for the Boox Palma does seem quite expensive. I think they could cut it down by $100 and they would still do well on their sales. I think that it is a very nice device. Like I said, it feels great in hand. You have access to so many different platforms. It's basically like a little computer in your pocket, and I don't think it's worth $279. There's also not a ton of accessories out there for the Boox Palma that I've seen. You can get a clear case and you can jazz it up with stickers however you want. Whereas the Kindle Basic, you have cases, folio type cases, the clear back, all kinds of things that you can use to decorate and make it your own. So when we're thinking about the most portable e-readers, you have two wonderful options. Like I said, this is not a comparison in the sense of which one you should get in terms of one or the other. It's more of showing you what each offers. I think they both serve different needs. If you are a Kindle person and you have all of your books set up in Kindle, it makes sense to stick with Kindles, and if you want something extra portable, that Basic is going to do just fine for you. If you're a person who reads on multiple platforms or you want access to your library books all the time, Boox would be really great for you. The Boox Palma 2 for $279, or if you wanted a different Boox, they have tons out there. You can check out their website. I think that's a really great place to. So now that you've heard sort of my case for the most portable devices, I'd love to hear what you think about them. Comment down below your ideas about the Boox Palma and the Basic. Again, it's not a comparison of either or, it's just what best suits your needs. And so I think this might help you decide. I hope it does with the information that I've provided. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out memberships to see if it's a place you want to be, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.